another one.
So the first question is not really a question, but it is it was pretty interesting, this one. So it's not how I made 300K in QA, but this person, they said, what got
Money.
shout out to you, Appstar, shout out to you. I'm gonna read that as soon as this question is over. All right. Let me get through this question first. All right. Let me get through this question. So this one says, what got me 300K per year in software testing outside of the United States? So, Mitch, I know you're going to appreciate this one, right? So, it says, I'm not much of a writer, but I think I can share some bullet points on how I got to $300K annually after 5 years of experience in software testing outside of the US. I can answer additional questions if necessary. So, I started automated testing ASAP as soon as possible, which I guess doesn't make sense as ASAP, but right away. Let's go with right away. I started automated testing right away. I studied all I could from this roadmap.sh.qa/QA. I'll drop that link in the chat because we have reviewed it before, but it's actually a pretty useful guide if you can use it the right way, right? Because I learned to be as strong in the code as a backend developer. They are usually most of them are using C#. This helped me a lot in identifying bugs simply from static testing. Totally agree with all of that so far, right? Perfect sense. I studied design patterns and architecture in depth to also get jobs as an SDET/senior QA. I studied agile methodologies with focus on shift left testing. I realized that a lot of companies do not have anyone to set up proper practices or of quality. What? I realized that a lot of companies do not have anyone to set up proper practices of quality processes, and they very appreciated that I was willing to set it up for them. Most importantly, I started working multiple QA jobs. Wait. So you say, all right, let's get to the end of this, right? I started working multiple QA jobs because waiting for developers to finish their work is a pain. It also means you get multiple salaries and more experience over time. Right now, I am at 4 full-time contracting jobs. What? Huh? What? Wait, so let me start the timer. I don't know if we'll need the whole 5 minutes on this, but after reading all of that, this person made 300K in QA outside of the United States by working 4 jobs. That's a lot of jobs. That is a lot of jobs. I'm just going to say. That's a lot of jobs. And I mean, everything he did was right. But working 4 jobs to make it at 300K. 300K is nice. 4 jobs, I don't know. That seems a little bit excessive. One, we talk about overemployed and stuff like that. And you remember that story about the boss who ran into his employee at the mall, and then it was a disaster after that. Tried to duck and hide from the boss. I think you got to be a little careful with working 4 jobs, and then now you're jumping on meetings and you're talking to the wrong people. I heard a story about someone who was sharing how they were able to work like 3 or 4 jobs in the United States. And they said that they would be in their stand-ups and they'd keep it really short. And then that they would try to manage meetings and stuff like that. I'm like, I do not need that type of stress in my life. I would rather have my main job and then try to work for myself. But 4 jobs, 4 full-time, not even 4 part-time jobs. It's not even like 1 or 2 full-time jobs and then I'm doing some Uber on the side or like some DoorDash or anything like that. It's 4 full-time jobs. So if we're doing a little bit of math, then let's say Mitch, you trying to get me in trouble. Mitch, you see, Mitch is a bad influence, I tell you. But we'll go with this. So let me do a little bit of math. Where's my calculator out here? Where's my calculator? I don't know where my calculator is. Right. Let me use my phone calculator. Because if you are working 4 full-time jobs, let's say you're working 40 hours a week, right? Because that's full-time is 40 hours, right? And then 4 of those, that's 160 hours a week. And then with 300K divided by, I don't even know what I'll divide by. So let's go with too much math. All right. So 40 times 4 jobs is 160 hours a week. And then we are going to do, let's say you get paid so let's time that by 2. So every 2 weeks you're working 320, and then 300K divided by 26 would give you $11,500 every other week. And then you divide that by, if I divide that by 100 or by 320. Okay, so they end up getting paid like $36 an hour, which is somewhat low for QA. I mean, it's because that just means it's like basic menial QA work, and that's a lot. That is a lot of work for an average of $36 an hour. 300K sounds nice. $36 an hour, not so nice for it working that many jobs, unless you have a really, really good strategy. Dealing with stress of managing multiple projects for different companies, worried about liabilities and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think I'm not built for that. I mean, I'm built for a lot. I'm not built for that. I would rather figure out a better way. This is what I'd really rather do. This if it was up to me, right, and I wanted to make 300K, I would see how I could level up my skills to maybe get a job at one of these major companies where they'll pay you for 1 or 2 jobs to make that 200 to 300K, or making whatever I'm making plus finding my own business to supplement that, or building an app or something like that that's going to make that money instead of having to work 4 different jobs at $36 an hour to make 300K a year. That just sounds a little bit excessive to me, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to be working 300? Are you going to be working 4 jobs to make 300K? Tech sales pays those salaries, says Mitch. Interesting. But for how many jobs though? Is it for 1 job they can pay those salaries, or is it going to be for 4 different jobs to get that 300K salary? I mean, 300K sounds beautiful. 4 jobs to do it. I think there's a better strategy that is maybe that's what you have to do outside the US though. I don't know. But you remember we saw on TikTok that some positions at TikTok you can get paid like, well, while TikTok is here, you can get paid 225K, 250K if you are qualified for it. But putting in 160 hours every week for about 5,000, for like about 5,000. That's a lot. That is a lot. See, I agree, Miss Jennifer. I agree. All right, let's wrap that question up. And
if you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos. Enigmatic Joker.